When Blizzard makes a big announcement, the gaming world pays attention. I still don't think if I had a TiVo right now, I'd go back because I think they're saying no, they are excited. Whatever. After months of speculation and rumors, the company finally dropped a major announcement in Korea over the weekend. StarCraft 2, almost 10 years after the original dominated sales charts, the house that Warcraft built announced a sequel. Now, some fanboys squealed in delight, others cried foul, and we're here to dissect the excitement, folks. It's The Loop. My guest tonight from San Francisco, managing editor for OneUp.com, Garnet Lee is here, and from Chicago, co-lead blogger for WoW Insider, a blog about all things Blizzard Entertainment, Mike Schramm. Nice job with the point,
hey, Kevin.
Mike, by the way. Loved it. Guys, welcome to The Loop. I want to start with you, Mike, because StarCraft, I mean, this thing is like the NFL in Korea. We know gamers play it professionally. People watch matches on TV. So we know that Korean gamers, they're certainly excited by this announcement. But over the weekend, how did gamers feel? What's the sense? Did you read any blogs? Are they just as excited?
Was it that 63% are excited or aren't excited?
I think they are excited. I think they weren't let down by the announcement. So I think they are excited.
I think that's true. I think gamers are excited about this. Because StarCraft now is the gold standard of real-time strategy. It's the number one game to play when you want to play real-time strategy. Warcraft 3 did really well, and people want a new StarCraft. They want a new challenge in terms of real-time strategy, and I think Blizzard's ready to give it to them.
Now, Garnet, it's been 10 years since the first StarCraft was released. I mean, 10 years. Obviously, they weren't creating a new race for the game, apparently. So what took them so long? Why the long wait?
Well, I don't think it's a matter of wait as much as, you've got a company there that is trying to do a lot of different projects at once, and it's a matter of where do you put your eggs, in what basket. But Kevin, you got to listen. I mean, we've already said it. It's 63% that aren't interested right now. And yeah, StarCraft might have been the gold standard for RTSs 10 years ago. There've been a couple of games released since then.
Well, people are still playing StarCraft in tournaments, though, Garnet. They're still going back to StarCraft to play it. So I think that
professional
people are
gamers,
interested.
Professional gaming is a very niche element of the overall gaming community, and especially outside of Korea. Certainly, where StarCraft has taken on its own personality and become something greater, like it has in Korea, that's that's certainly one situation. But I think for North America and possibly Europe, there have been a lot of great strategy games that have gone, light years beyond where StarCraft was.
Yeah, well, the opposite side of that is that as niche as professional gaming might be, it still is a huge segment of the game population that actually watches that stuff and is interested in what people are doing. I used to LAN Warcraft 3 all the time with my friends, and if StarCraft 2 comes out, I think you're going to have a lot of the same type of thing happening.
Well, Garnet, we've seen a little bit of the gameplay over the weekend. We saw some of the game in action, and I know they're saying it's pre-alpha, but it looks very similar to the original StarCraft. So aside from the graphical updates, is that what fans want? Is this just fan service for those professional gamers and the Korean, allegiance of gamers?
Well, Kevin, I mean, what are they going to do otherwise? They really can't break that, can they? You have a situation with a game that has taken on a whole other level of existence. And if they were to break that, they'd be sacrificing this great game base. And it does really work. I mean, let's keep in mind, StarCraft did set the standard for having different races that were balanced against each other. And that was what people got excited about, was that if you played the Protoss, they played one way. If you played the Zerg, they played another way. And it was all balanced. And you had these great battles.
And Mike, is this going to bring any new players, though? Because it sounds like, I agree with what Garnet's saying. You can't fudge with the franchise too much, or else you'll alienate your current huge fan base. But from what I see, I don't think this is going to convert people necessarily, is it?
I think Blizzard is the king of real-time strategy, so they do, to a certain extent, have a formula that they don't want to mess with. But on the other hand, they broke out all kinds of new things with World of Warcraft. They had the Heroes gameplay in there, and they had all kinds of new stuff. And I think that there is new stuff in this StarCraft. We've only seen the alpha so far, and Blizzard is notoriously quiet about new features until they work. So you say even like there may not be a new race in the game, I would say if they are trying to put a new race in the game, we just haven't heard about it yet. They kept the Blood Elf secret for so long out of World of Warcraft. I would say that there are big features to this StarCraft that we haven't heard about yet.
Garnet, can you speak to that? Do you think they're waiting to announce some super megaton kind of addition to the game?
Oh, hey, we all want to speculate like that and dream that there might be an extra race, and I don't think that's beyond the realm of possibility. But let's not fool ourselves. This Blizzard that's working on this project is not the Blizzard that built the original StarCraft. Most of that talent base has scattered to the wind to a number of different studios built on those successes. So this team really has a lot to prove.
I totally agree that this Blizzard that's building StarCraft 2 is not the Blizzard that built StarCraft 1. They're a much more experienced Blizzard. They're a Blizzard that has the top PC game of pretty much all time. They're a Blizzard that knows how to reach the casual players. And
they're a Blizzard. This project, wait a minute, this project is being led by the producer who last did a Middle-earth real-time strategy game by Electronic Arts that everyone went, huh?
Well, Chris Metzen is working on this game. Rob Pardo is working on this game. Those are the people at Blizzard that worked on World of Warcraft and that can bring StarCraft 2 to casual players if anyone can. I don't think it's going to be a huge hit for casual players, but I think that they are going to try to put elements that they learned, LX specifically, elements that they learned from World of Warcraft into the new StarCraft game. That's what I think.
So would you like to see hero play in there? Because hero play for me wasn't something that I really gravitated to.
Well, look at, it's a joke now, but look at Defense of the Ancients. I think that's a big deal that Blizzard, I think, is going to try to capitalize on, that they're going to try to pull new things like that in there and try to make that part of the game. I think that they're going to experiment
I want to get to the final word here very quickly. Garnet, are we going to see StarCraft 2 in 2007? Is that possible?
No, we're not going to see it in 2007. And Kevin, I'll tell you why, and I'll say this right now. Not only are you not going to see it in 2007, you don't have to worry about it bringing people to the PC because this won't be a PC-only title. It will be on next-gen consoles, and it'll be out in Christmas of 2008.
Oh, wow. All right. I want to thank our guests, Garnet and Mike. Listen, there's no doubt that Blizzard games are successful and that they set trends, but I'm sorry, you do have to forgive me for being a bit skeptical this time around. I mean, instead of revamping the gameplay for players like myself or expanding the universe, it looks like we're getting, like the spit and polish version of something that we already own, or at least we did own back when the Spice Girls were huge. So unless they announce some genre-defining changes, I'll see you guys over in the other world. The one with the Warcraft? Just saying.
Attack of the Show, weeknights at 7, only on G4.